Hey Thomas, Paul Myers, Clark Communications. Thanks so much for taking my call this morning. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I just wanted to kind of give you this video to show you a little bit of what we do when we talk about SEO. Every company does different things, so this will just kind of show you what we focus on and what we concentrate on. And SEO, as in search engine optimization, isn't very difficult to do. It just takes time to do it. And it's the long game. So I know business isn't necessarily a game, but when you're in the SEO world, you have to kind of do it so it shows naturally in Google's eyes. So we want to do all kinds of different things. But the first thing that I would consider taking a look at is content. Content is probably still the key influencer to search rankings. So when I come to this page, I see a little bit of content, but not a lot. And we spoke about certain keywords that you perhaps would like to be ranked for. So if I came here and I just did a Control F and I typed in particle, I know it's particle sized. So if I just type in particle, we're only showing the word particle 3 times on this page. If I typed in here, photo analysis, it's only twice. So what we'd want to do is we want to make sure that on this home page we have about 2,000 words, 2,500 words and images, or words and videos, because Google will tell you right here, this is just an article from Google's Help Center, it'll tell you right here, the first paragraph, provide high quality content on your pages, especially your home page. It's the single most important thing to do. So it's all about getting more content, more words on here. Google reads words, they read the title tags, then they read the meta description, and then they read the content to the page. So the title tag, when I hover over right here where it says whipware, it comes up as that's the title tag. Title tags are truncated at 65 characters, so most of this won't mean a lot in Google's eyes. So that's the title tag. The meta description is when you do a search and your URL shows up, and below that is 170 characters. It's called the meta tag. That's where we really want to make sure we have all the keywords related to that page inside that meta tag. So title tag, meta description, and then content. So here we want to be able to just add a ton of content. A couple of things I would suggest is we work so hard to get people to come to Whipware's site, whether it's organic or through paid traffic. The last thing we want to do is get them here and then give them an easy way off of the site. So what you're doing here is you're linking all of these logos to, you can see down here when I hover, you're linking them to these websites. Great for those websites because that takes some of your power, some of your Google juice, as you will, and transfers it to them. So I would not have these on your home page. I'd have them on an interior page, but not your home page. Also too, I see Fuel Multimedia down here, who's created the site, also has a link to their site. I would probably suggest removing that. You know, there's no need to have that on there. For them, it's a wonderful link, but for yourself, you don't require that to be there. So content is kind of the first thing I would look at. Second thing I would look at here is right here it says not secure. This is very easy to do. This is what we call SSL encryption or SSL certificate. So Google will tell you here, Google is forcing you to switch to HTTPS by October or lose rankings. So this probably costs a couple $100 a year to have an SSL certificate, so it's well worth the investment. When you do secure that, it'll show a padlock here, and it makes people feel a bit more secure as well. When I went to your site and I clicked on this gentleman's link here, Fuel Multimedia, it brought me up this page. Fuel Multimedia, the connection's not private. Again, not a great thing for them either, right? This is, people see this when they're searching, they're not going to click advanced and then go to that website. So, okay, so we know it's title tags, meta descriptions, and content. Not a big deal, but if we had enough content on here, you would start to rank for more keywords. Okay, so when I start to look at that, I want to show you a tool we use. Since we don't have access to your Google Analytics to show us the behind the scenes, what words people are using to search for you, the demographics, that sort of thing, we use a tool called Ahrefs. And this can really give us a great idea of the strength of the domain, who's linking to it, what keywords are being used, that sort of thing. So when we come in and look at your site, it gives us a real good snapshot here. So it tells us that you have 547 backlinks coming from 97 referring domains. So a backlink is when another site links to you. In Google's eyes, it's almost like a popularity contest. You don't want spammy links, you want good quality links. But when you get those links, it's like a vote of confidence for Google when they see that. So the more do follow links we have, the better. So when I take a look at that, we've got 97 referring domains. Let's just organize it from first seen. So December the 2nd, this link has come through. It's a no follow link. If I click here, this is the page. And this is a Thanksgiving. It's coming into your Thanksgiving image, which is what I mentioned to you on the phone. When I take a look at, let me just go back to this overview. Let's click your keywords and let's organize them in position 1 through to the end. So this is excellent. We want to see, page 1 for these keywords. The challenge is we're page 1 for Happy Halloween and that sort of stuff. So that's not what we want to be found for. We want to be found for particle size analysis, blasting analysis, machine automation, imaging, photo analysis, process automation, some of the keywords you gave me. So there's 10 spots on the first page of Google. So pretty much everything here relates to Happy Halloween. So page 2, we start ranking out for a few other words, but a lot of people don't go to page 2. So it's really about building content on your homepage. For example, I know this is going to sound kind of strange, but if I type in, let's say Mike Tyson, the first organic result is Wikipedia. And if you click on it, the reason why is there is so much content on here that it's going to rank in Google's eyes. Again, Google has about a half a second to provide the searcher the most relevant query possible. So they need all of this data from the meta tags, title tags, content. They need all of that to assess, okay, who am I going to give first, second, and third place ranking to? So really, all we do is we reverse engineer some of the strongest competitors that you might have in your market, and we look to things like, we want to know what keywords they're ranking for, but we also want to know where they're getting their links from. And again, this is not rocket science, but it's just something that has to be done. You have to be building out backlinks, and you have to be building out article blogging. So article blogging is powerful. So we go in and we purchase articles on these very big domains. Like, for example, if I take a look at, let me just take a look at this just a second. So if I take a look at New Wire Investor, this site is a powerhouse. This site has $15,000 of traffic coming into it per month. So you'd have to spend $15,000 in PPC to equal the same type of traffic that they're getting. So we now have a do follow link from this site to our client's site, which helps rank because of the power in this site. So we go out and we secure these types of referring domains for our clients. And that's some of the difference that we do versus what someone else might do. So article blogging is huge. You have to make sure that you're positioned well, and you want to make sure that you're ranking for the keywords you want to rank for. So when we purchase an article from one of these domains, we use specific anchor text that we want to be found for. So if that's photo analysis, or if that's blasting, or whatever that looks like, that's the keyword we're going to use. And we're also going to use in there, what country you want to rank for. So if it's Canada, if it's Mexico, if it's Peru, these are things that we can do. We can also rank this so that it shows up, in these different countries. So that's just some of the things that we do. I know you've probably done some of this already. When we take a look at, I start looking at some of, I think, your competitors, although this is Lexa Med. There's another one here, RETSCH Technology. You can see where they've kind of started building out some of their backlinks as well. And let's look at their organic keywords and what position they're in. So this guy here now, he's in position for all these different keywords, number one, and this is what you want to see. You want to see these keywords. So if I look at cam sizer, and if I went to this page, let's say, so this looks to be like a good page of quality content that talks about cam sizer. Not only does it talk about that, but where did that link go? If I go here and I hover over this title tag, it actually says right in there cam sizer. Their H1 tag is cam sizer. It's in here as well. So cam sizer, if I do a control find CM as I said, so it's mentioned 11 times on this page. That's sort of what you're looking for. You want to let Google know that this page is all about cam sizer. You can see it all in yellow there. So that's why he is ranking out. So it really begins with content, quality, relevant content on your product. Homepage, 2,000 words. Interior pages, 1,000, 1,500 words. Google reads words, so the more words we get to the page, the better. Then I started talking in my mind, thinking about digital strategies, and most of these guys that run digital, they run their paid traffic to their website, and it's actually better to run it to a single landing page where there's no navigation, there's no place the customer can get lost. A website basically informs, a landing page converts, so there's a difference there. But then I thought a big thing that's happening now for not a lot of money is YouTube. So videos on YouTube where you can actually place videos in placements, in topics or keywords, and you can get video views from 3 cents up to 13 cents, and you can cover a lot of ground, and you can be very specific in your targeting of where you want your ad to show. And normally we do in stream, which is the first 5 seconds. It's locked in, so they can't do anything, and then they have to watch 30 seconds before you're charged. So you can build a lot of brand too, but it's kind of cool where you can target, anything to deal with your business, you can target that. If they're running ads on those videos, and we can get our ad in there as well. But don't overlook YouTube. YouTube is a powerhouse. It's the second largest search engine in the world. There's a ton of people going in there, and they're also going in there for searching for long tail keywords. How to build a landing page, or, whatever term your industry uses. So anyways, this was more about just maybe helping you get a little bit in the know. I know you know some of this stuff already, but some things that we do might be a little bit different. So we start with on page, which is title tags, meta descriptions, and content. And then we move to off page, which is backlinking, article blogging, and building out that infrastructure so that Google sees you getting these different links over time, and it just builds the power of your domain, and then it funnels in more keywords with all the content that's on there. So anyways, I wanted to give that to you. Should you decide that we could help you in the new year, we'd love to kind of work with you. Just reach out and let us know. Okay, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate your time.